Hi guys, welcome to another video of Shirt and Rajesh. So today we have a very much awaited and anticipated phone, that is the OnePlus Open. By the way, you will think that this is the first generation OnePlus phone, which is true. It is a first generation OnePlus Fold. But OnePlus has partnered with Oppo, which is a sister company of OnePlus. This is technically the fourth generation device from the house of Oppo, and Oppo has launched a similar device in China. But this is a first generation phone from OnePlus, not a first generation device. I have a lot of opinion about this device and a lot of good things to say after a very long time about a device, particularly a folding device, because honestly, since Samsung announced the Fold 5, the folding device has gotten kind of boring because there was no innovation in the crease, there was no innovation in front display. The front display was very narrow for Samsung. Then came Pixel. Pixel was actually a good phone, very thin but still very heavy. Outside screen was really good on Pixel. I think the inside display was not that good because the crease was way too prominent and there were hinge issues. But now let's talk about the OnePlus Open. So OnePlus announced the OnePlus Open, and I think it's a terrible name to call a folding phone, but it's OnePlus's choice. Now talking about the, what's the most important thing about a folding phone? It is the folding part of the device, which is the hinge. Hinge is really good on this device. I think it has that spring kind of feeling. So let's say if you open it till a certain angle, it will automatically go into place, which is really good feature, I think, because it saves you that feeling on Pixel Fold specifically where you have to push it, else it will not hit 180 degrees. Closing motion also for the OnePlus Open is very smooth, no issues there. Overall, hinge wise, the device seems really premium, and if I have to say, I will be saying this, that this is the best hinge on a folding phone I have ever used. It's perfect. It just feels very natural in hand, closes with a very satisfying motion. So overall, a really good hinge. Kudos to OnePlus and Oppo for figuring this out. Moving on to next part about a folding phone, that is the inner display. I mean, for people like us who are tech reviewers, who get to review a lot of tech devices, I was amazed when I saw this screen. If you see in person and if you compare it with other foldable device in the market, that is the Pixel Fold and the Fold 5, the crease is practically not there. It doesn't feel like there is a crease even when you are scrolling across the screen. It just feels a smooth slab of glass. They have used some sort of glass here. One thing that I particularly noticed about this device is they have added some screen protector on top, which actually has a little thickness to it. I think that removes the remaining part of the crease on the foldable phone. So very brilliant job by OnePlus in putting this good screen and this creaseless screen in front of a OnePlus Open. Now let's talk about the inside screen quality. So OnePlus has innovated a lot and they have put in the brightest display on the market on any smartphone. I think it is 2800 nits when you are watching HDR content. I'm yet to test this out, the OnePlus's claim, but yeah, the display feels really good, really bright in hand, no complaints there. Color production is good. Overall, the quality is exceptional on this device. Coming to the front screen, that has been my probably only gripe before the OnePlus Open came, that the front screen on the Fold 5 was very small and very oddly shaped. So that odd shape made the device very unusable when you were using it closed, because accept it, 70% of the times you are going to use this device closed, because to open it you require two hands, you require it to hold with both hands to type on. So it's it instantly pushes your brain to think that you are doing something productive. So that's why you have opened the device, and always we don't do productive things on the phone. So that's why you will be interacting a lot with the outer screen. Kudos to OnePlus. They have put in the same display quality with 2800 nits LTPO technology, and the display feels overall really good. Honestly, I was not expecting this quality display from OnePlus. Despite Samsung being the industry leader in display technology, the iPhone, the Pixel and the OnePlus now has beaten Samsung in the display game. Moving on to the OnePlus, you can say the old OnePlus charm that OnePlus had. The alert slider is back, so now you can slide it in 3 positions. That is the normal one, the silent and the vibrate, which used to be there on all the earlier models. It's present on the side. It has a fingerprint sensor mounted on the side, which I think is a good choice. I would have preferred an in-display sensor, but putting an in-display sensor on the front and on the rear screen will be a little costly, and I think that's why the company didn't go that way, but that's fine. I think we are not there yet technology wise. Kudos to OnePlus for putting the fingerprint sensor that works exceptionally well, and that, you know, doesn't make you miss something like the Apple's Face ID. So very good work from OnePlus there. Now let's talk about performance and software. Honestly, the only drawback I think this phone has is in software. This is not the Oxygen OS we have loved and we have used over the years. This is still the OS combined with Oppo's design language, and it still has the Oppo's fragments and flavor in it. It's not a complete OnePlus Oxygen OS. The purebred, you know, the older OnePlus Oxygen OS that used to be present. It feels good. The device feels smooth, not much hiccups there. But yeah, at times you will feel that this is missing that stock Android charm from OnePlus. I think OnePlus should fix this, and then they'll eventually be able to make this the best device in the market. Another part of a folding phone is the software experience. I think OnePlus has done a good job there as well. They have added a few software trickery on this phone through which you can experience the folding phone's big screen in a better way. So you can have, I think, 3 apps all together open, but they have added a very clever way of interacting with 3 apps. You can slide over those apps, or you can have 1 app open in full screen on the bottom and 2 apps open in 50-50 screen space on the top, and you can interact with all 3 of them all together, and you can exchange and replace all those things they have added. They have a taskbar like Fold 5, which is present at the bottom with the OS that is specifically designed for a folding phone. Very good work done by OnePlus, that too on a first gen device. I think they'll be improving it a lot, but yeah, it feels good. It has, you know, enough features to prompt you to use the Fold at its full capability and experience the feature that OnePlus has provided. So kudos to OnePlus for that as well. Now let's talk about the camera. Before going into detail about the camera, I'd like to add that the camera is positioned very oddly in the device because it is protruding a lot. It feels like a Sony Handycam, to be honest. A little smaller lens, but it feels like a Sony Handycam. I think to make this device this slim, OnePlus didn't have a lot of option other than making it like this. So I think that's the only possible explanation for having this big camera on the back of the device. Other than that, it has 3 sensors in total this phone has 5 cameras, by the way. 1 on the front display, 1 on the inner display, the both face cameras, and 3 camera on the back. This is the last year OnePlus is using the Hasselblad partnership, and this is the last phone, I guess, with the Hasselblad partnership. This is not a flagship level camera. It cannot compete with something like a Pixel Fold or even Samsung Fold 5. But overall, it's a decent camera. You won't miss that at any time, and you will be taking good pictures out of this. In videos, I have not tested it extensively, but I don't have high hopes when it comes to videos from a OnePlus device, at least as of now, because camera has always been a drawback of OnePlus. I am reviewing phones for like past 4 years, and every time I have said this, that OnePlus phones, when the time the Oxygen OS was pure stock Android, I had at that time also said that OnePlus makes the best phone, one of the best phone in the budget segment in the market, with not that good camera, and it follows here as well. The phone, by the way, costs 1,40,000 rupees in India. It comes with a lot of launch benefits, etc. So I got this. This is, by the way, a pre-launch unit, but the launch unit that I have pre-ordered is coming, and I got it at 1,30,000. So pricing wise is also, it's less than Fold 5, and as you all know, Pixel Fold has not launched in India, so prices for Pixel Fold is crazy. Like you can buy it from secondary market, but it'll cost you somewhere close to 1,80,000, 2 lakh rupees. So that's a lot of money to pay for a phone that doesn't have warranty in India. Moving on to my overall views about this device, the design, I think I'll give OnePlus 10 on 10 for nailing the design. It's very handy, it's very slim, very sleek, doesn't feel like a clunky, chunky folding phone, and I can see myself daily driving this device. After a very long time, I have confidence in a folding phone. Very good work done, OnePlus. My only drawback from the device is again the software part. I think they need to work a little on the software and not make it like a Chinese ROM, like Xiaomi, Oppo, Vivo, all those. They need to stick to their ground, that is the stock Android flavors. By the way, this is running Android 13.2 right now. Android 14 is coming very soon for this device. OnePlus has promised that. Overall, if you are in the market and you want to experience a folding phone which is good, reliable, and comes from a trustworthy company, I would suggest don't look anywhere else. Go to a store, check out the OnePlus Open, and you will see what I'm talking about. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Hope to see you in the next one.